Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. I'm still here. Actually, I've been sick for quite a few days, and I think that flu bug bit me, and I'm not talking about a love bite. That was mean. And so I haven't been feeling up to snuff, but you know what? I'm feeling much, much better. Every day I'm feeling better. And so today I'm going to show you how to make some homemade chicken noodle soup. Now, here's the thing. Have you ever been sick and you thought, oh my gosh, if I only had that would just, this particular thing would taste so good? That's the way I felt about this soup. I thought if I only had that soup, that would taste good, because when you're sick, it seems like nothing tastes good. Believe it or not, including my beloved coffee. And coffee and I have a special relationship. So, anyway, let's get busy and we're going to make this. I've done a little bit of prep here ahead of time to hopefully save a little time. But what I have here in this bowl, I've got some carrots, and I've got some celery, I've got some garlic that I chopped up, and I've got some onion. So that's going to be the basis of our soup. I've got a couple of cups of chicken, white meat chicken that I happen to have. Actually, I had cooked this previously. So I had this, and I think it's just maybe 2 cups there. And I've got some egg noodles. Now, I already pre-cooked my egg noodles. I used half of a bag here. And these are a great value brand from Walmart. Speaking of Walmart, I got to tell you what I did yesterday. I needed so many things, including a lot of the ingredients for this soup, because I was out of fresh food. And so periodically I've been using the Walmart pickup, and oh gosh, I like that so much. So I was able to do that. I put my order online, and then I scheduled a time to pick it up and picked it up, and I'm telling you, I've never had a bad experience with that. They have it down pat, and everybody there is so nice when they bring out your groceries. It's a really great experience. So, oh, and the reason I did that is because my son recommended it to me. He's been doing it for quite a while now. And I used a referral code, and I got $10 off my first order. So I have a referral code for you if you want to use it, and I'll just put it in the description box below, and you can get $10 off your first order. And I don't know, who wouldn't want $10 off groceries? You only need a $30 minimum, so you know, you could get $30 worth of groceries for 20 bucks. I'm just saying, but I'll put it down below. You can use it if you want to. Oh, also, I've got some homemade chicken broth that I had, so I'm going to use that. Now, let me show you. I put a little bit of oil in the pan here, but this is actually chicken fat, and honestly, I scrape the chicken fat off of this broth, and that's what I'm using to saute these vegetables in. So let's get them going, and we'll take it from there. I think you're gonna be very pleased with this. Really easy soup to make. Now listen, if you don't have homemade broth, don't worry about that. Just use whatever broth you have. That's fine. And if you don't have chicken that you cooked, use some leftover chicken from rotisserie chicken, or you can use canned chicken, or if you got some chicken breast or white meat or whatever you like, dark or white, it really doesn't matter. Then just cook that up in a little bit of water until it's done. Chop it up, and you can use that. You don't have to get too crazy with this, because this is really and truly one of the simplest foods you can make. And this is one soup. I like to use the packaged noodles, and these noodles were $1. I think they were $1, something like that. Not very much. So, and they're the medium-sized noodles. Now I've gone ahead, I've cooked my noodles ahead of time, and see if we can get this garlic out of here. I cook my noodles ahead of time because this is, I'll tell you why. I like to rinse, I like to cook them according to the package directions, and then I like to drain them, and I rinse them in cold water. Now the reason I'm doing that is because I rinse them in order to get some of that starch off there, because I don't want my soup to be all cloudy, and the starches tend to thicken your soup up. And another thing, don't put your noodles in with the broth and then try to cook the noodles in the soup. You won't have soup, because your broth will get all sucked up into the noodles or the pasta, whatever you're using, and you're going to lose that soup, because you want the soup. You want chicken noodle soup, not soup, okay? So that's what I do. So I don't recommend putting your noodles in there and cooking them. I do recommend cooking them ahead of time, draining them and rinsing them in cold water, and just set them aside until you're ready to put everything together, okay? All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of salt on here, because that really helps sweat the vegetables out. I'm going to put a pepper, because salt makes food taste good, and pepper makes food taste better. I'm just saying. All right. Honestly, I had no carrots, I had no celery, I had no onions, I had nothing. I was really getting down to the bare bones. And the Walmart, oh my gosh, it helped me a lot. Because you know, you don't even have to get out of your car if you don't need to. You can just pop the trunk and they'll load them for you. So, and everybody's so nice. I had this one young girl was working there, and she said, I said, oh, do you like this job? And she said, yeah, I really do. She said, it's the perfect job for it, when you're in high school, too. And so she was really happy with it. Now, listen, if you don't have the chicken fat, don't worry about that. You can use any oil that you want. Olive oil, vegetable oil, I don't know, whatever you like. I wouldn't use bacon fat or anything, because I wouldn't want my soup to taste bacony, but I mean, hey, if that trips your trigger, go for it. Now, I've added my chicken. This is, like I said, a couple of cups of white meat chicken. I'm going to saute that. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to add the broth and get these so that these vegetables are softened. That's our goal. And we're going to put the noodles in last. Okay? As you see, I have a little fat left on there, but you know what? I don't get all crazy about fat and stuff like that. One thing, I don't eat sugar substitutes of any kind, period. But I'm not eating tons of sugar either, so I'm not a health nut person. I don't know enough about that to be a health nut person. And I'll tell you something. I felt like that, whatever that was that bit me, that bug, honestly, I felt like I had been drugged through a knothole backwards, and I'm not a kidding ya. But I am back on the mend, thank the Lord, and so I just want to share this with you. Now, I'm going to bring this up to a boil, and then once the vegetables start to get a little bit softer, then, especially the carrots, because they take a little longer, then we're going to add the noodles, and I'll show you what we got. I'm excited. All right, be back. Okie dokie. I just wanted to show you real quick. This has come to a boil, and I'm just going to let it kind of simmer a little bit. Not do a hard boil, but, you know, just enough, because I want to cook the carrots. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like before the noodles are added. Doesn't that look pretty? It looks pretty. I think it looks absolutely wonderful. Nothing like a good bowl of chicken noodle soup to to cure what ails you. That is for sure. Okay? All right. We'll be back when our carrots are done, and then we're going to add the noodles. I just had to show you that looked so good. All right, we'll be back. All right, I tasted a carrot. It's nicely tender. And while I was tasting it, I adjusted for salt and pepper. Did need some more salt, needed some more pepper. But you do that to taste, whatever you like. That's what you do. But the carrots are tender, they're not mushy. Now, I'm going to bring over the cooked noodles. Now, here's the noodles, which I told you that I rinsed. And I'm going to just put them in a little time because honestly, I don't know if I'll need them all. You know, noodles just have a way of being enough, don't they? They go a long way. So, and like I said, I boiled half the package. So let's see. I may or may not need all of them, but that's okay. I can use them again. And you know what? You know, you can freeze noodles. You know that, don't you? You can freeze pasta. Just freeze the plain pasta. I do. I take it out, thaw it out, and I use it in other dishes. So there you go. I've used, what, about half of that. And that's going to be about it. Now I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit. Just enough because I just want the noodles to warm up. Come to heat. They're already cooked. So basically the soup is done. I just need my noodles to warm up because remember I rinsed them in cold water to get the starch off. So we'll be right back and then we're going to dip this up. I wish you were here to share this with me. I do. Okay, be right back. All right, what do you think? Does it look good? Pretty easy to do. Honestly, it really is. And if the video seemed long, I'm sorry, but I was chatty. I actually now have a voice to be chatty with. Ooh, that's a dangerous thing. All right, let's dish this up. And I'm going to have some. Because, guess what? It's lunchtime. And this looks so good to me. Oh, I've been so hungry for this. You cannot even imagine. What do you think? All right. Here we go. What do you think of that? It looks so good. So good. Okay. Now, I'm going to eat mine with some a couple of slices of French bread for dipping, because I'm a dipper. And let's have some, and I'm sorry, I have to have a little pepper on mine. And you know what, if you want, you can top it off with a little bit of parsley. I was going to, but then I thought, oh, it really doesn't need it, does it? I think I'm going to have to dip. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I got this big loaf of French bread from my Walmart order, and it was only $1. Isn't that awesome? Very hot. Wow. Hot and good. Look at that. There's a carrot. There's a piece of chicken. Some noodles. I better get a noodle. What do you think? Now, I may have been a little lavish with the carrots, but you know, I love carrots. I eat a lot of carrots. So, all right, listen. I hope that you got something out of this, and I'm so glad to be back with you today. And just give it a try. You know, it's not anything hard. It's very easy. If I can do it, you can certainly do it. And go out there and just make yourself some chicken noodle soup. Okay? You will love it. If you do this, you'll never do the can or the box again. All right, listen. I love you. And as always, you just remember that little is much when God is in it. Okay? All right. Love ya. I'll talk to you later. Bye. I gotta go eat this.